I think we can hand over to Netherlands to see their presentation or their introduction of their present training academy.
Yes, that would be me. Can you hear me? Just testing the technique first.
We can hear and
great.
see
I have I have a share button now as well. Thank you for that. Well, thank you. First of all, to the hosts of this digital conference, thank you very much for hosting it and us as well as a new member of the EPTA network. We are very much looking forward from the Netherlands to joining your network and to sharing our and your best practices and lessons learned, I guess, particularly in these challenging times. My name is Renske van der Veer. I'm director of the Dutch Educational Institute for the Correctional Institutions in the Netherlands. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Just some background. Okay, fair enough.
Proceed. Yeah.
And I have a very small PowerPoint deck which I would like to share just to support my 4 minutes of introduction of our institution. So let me try and do that. Does that work? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. The only thing is, how do I now? There we go. Let me see. Okay, I just wanted to introduce our institute really briefly. I think we are all aware that we work in a challenging field, but also a very important field. Our educational institute is perceived also by our general agency as a very important factor for success for the general mission of the Correctional Institutions Agency, simply because the education of our staff is basically the core of that success. It's an important task for the whole of society, as I also wrote on this sheet. It's about keeping us all safe in the society. So our efforts within the broader Correctional Institution Agency is also very much focused on reintegrating people into society, not so much on repression. Obviously, people who work in the prison setting are working in close surroundings, deal with complex problems. So they need a lot of competences. I think they're all familiar to you, right? They need to be able to balance care and security, repression and prevention. They need to know very well within which legal framework they work. They need to have excellence when it comes to operational and situational challenges. And there are people with different levels of education, low level, mid-level, high level, which poses interesting challenges for institutions like ours, as you are obviously aware. Well, our institution has been doing this for quite a while. We were established in the 60s, so we have over 60 years of experience in this field. Nice picture. We look a little different now. We're also with a few more people. And these are the areas of expertise that we focus on mainly when it comes to our education, but also our knowledge center, because we are also a knowledge center. Safety and crisis control, security and resilience, care and company, integrity and cooperation, legal and regulations, radicalization and extremism, and leadership and management. This is our organization. We employ 121 people on a full-time and contracted basis, but we also employ more than 250 freelance trainers, so on a project basis or part-time. We educate about 23,000 students a year, of which about 5,000 are educated with initial trainings. Those are the compulsory trainings before somebody starts in the prison, and about 18,000 people who receive a customized training from us. We have 4 locations from our institutional educational for our trainings. We do them on 4 private locations that we own. And we host about 233 meetings a day. So we have a large logistics department as well. So this is, just a quick sheet on what we're dealing with. I think it's similar to most of you. Obviously, we're dealing a lot with the transferal of our learning and educational curricula to an online environment or a hybrid environment, because we do continue to do some offline training, obviously the physical trainings and the security trainings. We also use the system of Big Blue Button, like our Turkish colleagues for that, by the way. What we're also focusing on very much now is being more innovative and creative when it comes to situational learning and learning innovations. We have derived some very interesting serious games. They're similar to escape rooms, basically, but then very professional. We try to increase more and more to our security partners in the Netherlands, who we want to work with, obviously, in our trainings. Security partners meaning other governmental organizations who deal with security issues in the Netherlands. And we also cater more and more to private parties, actually, who sometimes deal with the same issues as prison staff does. Next to our education and training function, we are also trying to increase our knowledge function, so becoming a knowledge center, more or less, which helps us professionalize our field of education and expertise, but also makes us more visible, both our institute, but also our agency. And we focus a lot on continuous learning, so sort of the permanent education of prison staff, so creating pathways of education and development within everybody's career. I think I'll stick to that. I think I had like 4 or 5 minutes, so I think this is enough for an introduction. Again, we are very pleased to be part of the EPTA Network and looking forward to our cooperation.